Which element in the first transition series has two electron configuration AR3DZ4SS? Scandium atomic number 21 has the electron configuration argon 3DZ4SS. Characteristics of the fast transition series. What is the oxidation state of titanium in TiCl3? In TiCl3 is Cl is -1, so Ti is +3 to balance the charge, forming a violet compounds. Which compound contains vanadium in the +4 oxidation state? In VOCl3, O is -2, 2Cl are -2, so V is +4 to balance the charge. What is the oxidation state of chromium in K2Cr2O7? +6. In K2Cr2O7, 2K are +6, 7O are -4, so H chromium is +6 to balance the charge. Which oxidation state is exhibited by manganese in MnCl2? +2. In MnCl2 is Cl is -1, so Mn is +2, forming pale pink solution. What is the oxidation state of iron in Fe3O4 +2 and +3 Fe2O3O4 is a mixed oxide FeOU Fe2O3 with 1 Fe in +2 and 2 Fe in +3 states. Which compound contains cobalt in the +3 oxidation state? CONH3 6Cl3. In CONH3 6Cl3, the complex has a +3 charge, so CO is +3. What is the oxidation state of nickel in NiCO4 0? In NiCO4, CO is a neutral ligand, so Ni is in the 0 oxidation states. Which oxidation state has copper exhibit in Cu2O +1? In Cu2O, O is -2, so Cu is +1 to balance the charge. Why does zinc only show a +2 oxidation state? Full DZ prime configuration. Zinc's DZ prime configuration means only the 4s electrons are lost, forming Zn2 plus. What is the coordination number of Ti3 plus in Ti S2O 6 3 plus 6? Ti3 plus forms an octahedral complex Ti S2O6 3 plus with a coordination number of 6. What is the color of VO2 plus in aqueous solution? Blue. The vanadilyl ion VO2 plus forms blue solutions typically as VO S2O5 2 plus. Which ion is kinetically inert in aqueous solution? Cr3 plus. Cr3 plus DS is kinetically inert due to its half-filled Tg orbitals showing ligands exchange. What is the geometry of MnS2O6 2 plus octahedral Mn 2 plus forms octahedral complexes like MnS2O6 2 plus in aqueous solution? What precipitate forms when Fe3 plus reacts with OH minus? FeOH3 Fe3 plus forms a red brown gelatinous FeOH3 precipitate in basic solution. What is the color of CONH3 6 2 plus pink? CONH3 6 2 plus is pink, similar to COH2O6 2 plus due to DD transition. What complex does Cu2 plus form with ammonia? CuNH3 4 2 plus Cu2 plus forms a deep blue square planar CuNH3 4 2 plus complex with ammonia. Why are zinc 2 plus complexes often a tetrahedral DZ prime configuration? The DZ prime configuration of Zn 2 plus favors a tetrahedral geometry due to no crystal field stabilization energy. What is the nature of TiO? Amphoteric TiO Ti in plus 2 reacts with acids and bases, though less common than TiO. What is the use of V2O3 precursor of V compounds? Precursor of V compounds V2O3 V in plus 3 is used as a precursor for other vanadium compounds in synthesis. What is the oxidation state of Cr in CrO plus 2 in CrO? O is minus 2, so Cr is plus 2 to balance the charge. What is the magnetic property of MnO2? Paramagnetic MnO2 Mn in plus 2 plus ds is paramagnetic due to unpaired d electrons. What is the color of FeO black? FeO black. FeO is a black solid with Fe in the plus 2 state less stable than Fe2O3. What is the use of CO 3 O4 pigment catalyzed battery cathode? All the above. CO3O4 is used as a pigment catalyzed and in battery materials due to its mixed oxidation states. What is the oxidation state of NiO plus 2 in NiO? O is minus 2, so Ni is plus 2, forming a green basic oxide. What is the solubility of Cu2O in water in soluble? Cu2O is a red insoluble solid used as a pigment of fungicide. What is the role of zinc oxide in semiconductors? Zinc oxide is a wide band gap semiconductors used in electronic and sensors. Whose halide is used in the Kroll process. TiCl4 is reduced with Mg in the Kroll process to produce titanium metal. What is the oxidation state of V in VF5 plus 5 in VF5 5Fr minus 5, so V is plus 5 to balance the charge. What is the color of Cr? What is the color of Cr? F3 green. CrF3 is a green solid with Cr in the plus 3 state similar to Cl3. What is the nature of FeCl3 in water? FeCl3 in water. FeCl3 forms H2O6 2 plus, which is less prone to hydrolysis than FeCl3, yielding a nearly neutral solution. What is the oxidation state of CO in COF3 plus 3 in COF3 3Fr minus 3, so CO is plus 3, a less common but stable state in fluoride. What is the geometry of NiH2O6 2 plus octahedral Ni2 plus forms a green octahedral NiH2O6 2 plus in aqueous solution? What is the color of NuCl in a solution? Colorless. CuCl forms CuCl2 minus, which is the colorless as Cu plus. DZ prime lacks a DD transition. What is the use of Zn Br2 ZnBr2 catalyzed ZnBr2 use act as a Lewis acid catalyzed in organic reaction similar to ZnCl2, which lanthanide has a stable plus to oxidation state. Europium forms EU2 plus resembling alkaline earth metals as in EuSO4, which actinides is primarily used in nuclear reaction. Uranium as UO2 is a primary nuclear fuel due to its fissile isotopes. Due to its fissile isotopes, U is equal to 235. What is the primary mineral for lanthanide extraction? Monoxide is a phosphate mineral rich in lanthanide used for their extraction. What is the oxidation state of thorium in TiCl4? TiCl4 plus 4 in TiCl4 4 chlorine are minus 4, so TS is plus 4, its most stable oxidation state. What is the nature of Gd2O3? Basic Gd2O3 is a basic oxide reacting with acids to form Gd3 plus salt. What is the use of GeCl3 catalyzed? GeCl3 is used as a catalyst in organic synthesis, leveraging Ce in the plus 3 state. What forms when UO2 2 plus reacts with carbonate UO2 CO3 3 4 minus UO2 2 plus forms stable carbonate complexes like UO2 CO3 3 4 minus in a solution. What is the carbonation geometry of LnS2O9 3 plus LnS2O9 3 plus tri-capped trigonal prism lanthanide aqua ion LnS2O9 3 plus adopt a tri-capped trigonal prism geometry due to their large size. What is the oxidation state of Pu in PuO3 PuO2 plus 4 in PuO2 2 oxygen are minus 4, so Pu is plus 4 used in nuclear application. What was the similar chemical properties of lanthanides? Similar 4F configuration. Lanthanides have a similar 4F configuration leading to nearly identical chemical behavior. What is the effect of actinide contraction? Decreases ionic radii for shielding by 4F electrons, reduce ionic radii across the actinide series. Which actinide is used in red phosphorus? Europium 3 plus emits red light in phosphorus. Phosphor used in displays and lighting. What is the magnetic property of UO2? Paramagnetic UO2 U in plus 4 Fs prime is paramagnetic due to unpaired 5 electrons. What is the color of Ce4 plus in aqueous solution? Yellow orange. Ce4 plus forms a yellow orange solution. Often as oxo species due to charge transfer transition. Why are most lanthanide ion colorless? Forbidden FF transition. 4F transitions are Laporte forbidden, resulting in weak absorption and colorless ion. What is the role of CrO3 in organic chemistry? Oxidizing agents. CrO3 oxidize alcohol to aldehydes or ketones due to Cr in the plus 6 state. What is the oxidation state of amine in Mn2O7 O7 plus 7 in Mn2 7 or minus 4. So E7 is plus 7 forming a volatile explosive oil. What is the use of Fe3O4 in industry? All of the above. Fe3O4 magnetite is used as a pigment in magnetite in magnetic storage and as a catalyst. What is the geometry of CuCl 4 2 minus tetrahedral CuCl 4 2 minus adopt a tetrahedral geometry due to the deconfiguration of CO2 plus. What is the color of NiSO4 in aqueous solution? Green. NiSO4 forms green. NiS2O6 2 plus. Due to DD transition in its deconfiguration what is the role of TaSO2 in nuclear reactors? Refractory materials. TaSO2 is used as a refractory material in reactor components due to its high melting points. What is the oxidation state of U and UF4? In UF4 4F are minus 4, so U is plus 4 and intermediate is uranium process. What is the use of EU2O3 O3 phosphor EU2O3 is used in red phosphorus for displays due to EU3 plus emissions. What is the nature of VCl3? Soluble VCl3 V in plus 2 in soluble in water forming a green solution. What is the color of FeS2O6 3 plus yellow? FeS2O6 3 plus is yellow due to hydrolysis and charge transfer transitions. What is the role of NiCO4 in industry? Nickel purification. NiCO4 is used in the Mond process to purify nickel via volatilization. What is the oxidation state of Cr in Cr2O7 2 minus plus 6 in Cr2O7 2 minus 7 or minus 4. So is Cr is plus 6 to valence the minus 4 charge. What is the use of ZnSO4 fertilizer? ZnSO4 is used in fertilizers to correct zinc deficiencies in soil. What is the color of Tb3 plus in phosphorus? Green. Tb3 plus emit green light in phosphorus used in a fluorescence lamp. What is the nature of AC2O3 actinium in plus 3 is a basic oxide reacting with acid to form salts. What is the oxidation state of Mn in MnO plus 2 plus 2 in MnO. O is minus 2, so Mn is plus 2 forming a green basic oxide. What is the geometry of COCl 4 2 minus tetrahedral COCl 4 2 minus CO in plus 2 D adopt tetrahedral geometry due to weak field ligands. What is the role of GD3 plus in nuclear reactors? Neutron absorber. GD3 plus has a high neutron capture cross section used as a neutron poisons. What is the color of Pu 4 plus in aqueous solution? Boron Pu4 plus forms boron solution often as aqua or oxo complexes. What is the use of TiF4 fluorinating agents? TiF4 is used as a fluorinating agents in organic and inorganic synthesis. What is the oxidation state of Fe in FeCl 3 in FeCl3 3 chlorine and minus 3. So Fe is plus 3 forming a acidic solution. What is the nature of LaOH3 in a soluble? LaOH3 is a gelatinous in a soluble precipitate forming a basic solution. What is the role of UO2 NO3 2 in uranium chemistry? analytical reagents. UO2NO32 is used in analytical chemistry to study uranium's properties. What is the color of NiNS3 2 plus NiNS3 6 2 plus is blue due to stronger field splitting by ammonia ligands. What is the oxidation state of Cu in CuSO4 in CuSO4? SO4 2 minus is minus 2, so Cu is plus 2, forming blue solutions. What is the use of CrCl 3 in catalyzed Lewis acid? CrCl 3 acts as a Lewis acid in a catalytic reaction accepting electron pairs. What is the magnetic properties of Zn2 plus diamagnetic Zn2 plus dz prime has no unpaired electrons making it diamagnetic. What is the role of C4 plus in analytical chemistry? Oxidizing agent. C4 plus is a strong oxidizing agent used in redox titration as in serimetry. What is the nature of MnOH2 in soluble? MnOH2 is a pale pink in soluble precipitate formed from Mn2 plus in basic solution. What is the use of NiCl2 in electroplating? Electrolyte NiCl2 is used as a electrolyte in nickel electroplating bath. What is the oxidation state of V in VO2 in VO2 2 oxygen are minus 4, so V is plus 5 equivalent to V2O5. What is the color of CuSO4 in aqueous solution? Pink. CuSO4 forms pink. COS2O6 2 plus in aqueous solution. What is the role of lanthanide in optical glasses? Chlorants lanthanide like END and PR impart specific colors to optical glasses. What is the oxidation state of thorium in thorium in TSO2 thorium oxide in thorium oxide 2 oxygen are minus 4, so thorium is plus 4. It's most stable. What is the nature of Fe2O3 as a pigment? Red brown. Fe2O3 is used as a red brown pigment in paint and ceramics. Which element is part of the first transition series? Scandium. The first transition series includes elements from scandium. Scandium atomic number 21 to zinc Zn atomic number 30 in the 3D block. Yttrium and lanthanum are in the second transition series, and cerium is a lanthanide. What is the most common oxidation state of scandium? Plus 3. Scandium has a 3dz prime 4s s prime configuration and losses 3 electrons to form scandium 3 plus. As in scandium Cl3 making plus 3 its most stable oxidation states. Which oxidation states is most stable for titanium in TiO2 plus 2. In TiO2 titanium is in the plus 4 oxidation state, which is its most stable due to the formation of a stable oxide lattice. What is the oxidation state of vanadium in V2O5 plus 5? In V2O5 each oxygen has a minus 2 charge, so 5 oxygen contribute minus 10. for two vanadium atoms is must be plus 5 to balance the charge. Which is the common oxidation state of chromium plus 3. Chromium commonly exhibit plus 2, plus 3 and plus 6 oxidation states, with plus 3 being the most stable, as in Cr2O3. What is the oxidation state of manganese in Mn KMnO4 plus 7. In KMnO4, K is plus 1 and is O is minus 2, total minus 8 for 4 oxygen. To balance, Mn must be plus 7. Which oxidation state is most common for iron in aqueous solution? Plus 7. Iron exhibit plus 2 and plus 3 states, but Fe 3 plus is more stable in aqueous solution, as in FeCl3. What is the primary oxidation state of cobalt in CoCl2 plus 2? In CoCl2 is Cl is minus 1, so Co must be plus 2 to balance the charge, forming CO Es2O6 2 plus in a solution. What is the oxidation state of nickel in NiSO4 plus 2? In NiSO4, the sulfate ion is SO4 2 minus, so Ni is plus 2, the most common oxidation state for nickel. Which oxidation state is typical for copper in CuSO4 plus 2? In CuSO4, the sulfate ion is SO4 2 minus, so Cu is plus 2, forming blue. CuS2O6 2 plus in aqueous solution. What is the only oxidation state of zinc plus 2? Zinc has a DZ prime configuration, losing 2 4s electrons to form Zn2 plus, as in Zn Cl2. Why do transition metal show variable oxidation states? Partially filled d orbitals. The availability of d electrons allows transition metals to lose varying number of electrons, leading to multiple oxidation states. What is the color of Ti? 3 plus in aqueous solution of violet. Ti 3 plus forms TiS2O6 3 plus, which is violet due to dd transition in its dz prime configuration. What is the form of vanadium 4 in aqueous solution? VO2 plus. Vanadium 4 exists as a vanadile ion. VO2 plus forming stable complexes like VOS2O 5 2 plus. What is the coordination geometry of Cr3 plus in Crs2O6 3 plus octahedral Cr3 plus DS forms stable octahedral complexes like Crs2O6 3 plus due to its coordination number of 6. What is the color of Mn3 plus in aqueous solution? Pink. Mn2 plus forms pale pink. MnS2O6 2 plus due to weak dd transition in its d configuration. What happens to Fe3 plus in aqueous solution? Hydrolyze to form FeOH to Fe3 plus hydrolyze in water, forming FeS2O5 OH2 plus, and eventually precipitating as FeOH3. What is the color of CO2 plus? In COS2O6 2 plus pink. CO2 plus forms pink octahedral CO S2O6 2 plus due to dd transition in its d configuration. What is the color of Cu2 plus in aqueous solution? Blue. Cu2 plus forms blue CuS2O6 2 plus due to dd transitions in it d configurations. Why is zinc 2 plus colorless in aqueous solution? Full dz prime configuration. Zinc 2 plus has a dz prime configuration lacking dd transitions, resulting in resulting in colorless solutions. What is the formula of titanium dioxide? TiO2. Titanium dioxide TiO2 has a white solid with titanium in the plus 4 state, widely used as a pigment. What is the nature of V2O5? Acidic nature V2O5. Acidic nature V2O5 dissolve in water to form acidic vanadate solutions used as a catalyst. What is the color of Cr2O3? Green. Cr2O3 is a green solid with Cr in the plus 3 state, used as a pigment. What is MnO2? Primarily used for battery cathode. MnO2 is used in alkaline batteries as cathode material due to its oxidizing properties. What is the nature of Fe2O3? Basic Fe2O3 rust is weakly basic, reacting with acids to form Fe3 plus salt. What is the color of COO? Cobalt oxide. Green. Cobalt oxide is a green solid with CO in the plus 2 state, used in ceramics. What is the nature of NiO? Basic nature. NiO nickel oxide is a green basic oxide with Ni in the plus 2 state, reacting with acids to form Ni2 plus salts. What is the color of CuO? Black. CuO is a black solid with solid with Cu in the plus 2 states, used as a precursor for copper salt. What is the nature of zinc oxide? What is the nature of zinc oxide? Amphoteric. ZnO reacts with both acid, forming Zn2 plus and bases, forming ZnOH 4 2 minus, making it amphoteric. Whose halide is a volatile liquid. TiCl4. TiCl4 is a colorless volatile liquid due to its covalent nature, reacting with water to form TiO2 and ACl. What is the color of VCl3? Violet. VCl3 is a violet solid with V in the plus 3 state, soluble in water. What is the solubility of CrCl3 in water? Sparingly soluble. CrCl3 is sparingly soluble, forming a green hydrated complexes in water. What is the nature of FeCl3 in water? Acidic. FeCl3 hydrolyze in water, forming FeS2O5 OH2 plus and ACl, making it a soluble acid, making it a solution acidic. What is the color of COF2? Pink. COF2 is a pink solid with CO in the plus 2 state, less reactive than chloride. What is the color of NiCl2 in aqueous solution? Green. NiCl2 forms green NiS2O 2 plus in aqueous solution due to DD transition. What is the oxidation state of Cu in CuCl2? Plus 2 in CuCl2 is Cl is -1, so Cu is plus 2 to balance the charge. What is the role of ZnCl2 in a solution? Lewis acid. ZnCl2 accept electron pairs, acting as a Lewis acid in reactions like catalysis. Which elements are lanthanides? La to Lu. Lanthanides are the 14 elements from lanthanum. La 57 to lutetium. Lu 71. Which elements are actinide? Actinide are the 14 elements from actinium. AC 89 to lawrencium. Lr 103. What is the common oxidation state of lanthanides? Lanthanides typically exhibit plus 3 oxidation state due to the stability of 4f orbitals. Which lanthanide commonly shows a 4 plus 4 oxidation states? Cerium can form a cerium 4 plus as in CEO2. Unlike cesium, lanthanides with prefer plus 3, which actinides commonly show A plus 6 oxidation state. Uranium forms UO 2 plus in the plus 6 state, as in UO2 NO3 2 a stable oxo cation. Where are lanthanide primarily found? Monazite lanthanides are found in phosphate minerals like monazite and bastnasite. Uh, how are lanthanide typically isolated? How are lanthanide typically isolated? Ion exchange chromatography. They are similar ionic ready. Make ion exchange chromatography effective for separating lanthanides. What is the primary method for isolating uranium? Leaching with sulfuric acid. Uranium is laced with uranium with sulfuric acid, followed by ion exchange or solvent extraction. What is the nature of La2O3 basic? La2O3 is a basic oxide reacting with acid to form La3 plus salt. What is the color of CeO2 yellow? CeO2 is a pale yellow solid with Ce in the plus 4 state, used in catalysis. What forms when lanthanide ion reacts with OH minus hydroxide? Lanthanides ion forms gelatinous LNOH3 precipitate with hydroxide ion. What is the ion of UO2 in a nuclear reactor fuel? UO2 is used as a nuclear fuel due to its stability and high uranium content. What is the color of UO2 2 plus in aqueous solution? Yellow. The uranyl ion UO2 2 plus form yellow solution, stable in acidic conditions. What is the coordination number of lanthanide aqua ion? 9. Lanthanide ion from LnH2O 9 3 plus with a coordination number of 9 due to their large size. What is the example of an actinide oxo salt? UO2NO3 2. UO2NO3 2 contains the UO2 plus oxocation characteristics of actinide oxo salts. Why are lanthanide core rare earth? Lanthanides are discovered in rare minerals like monazite. Here the term rare earth. What causes lanthanide contraction? Poor shielding by 4f electrons. The 4f electrons shield poorly, increasing effective nuclear charge and reducing ionic ready across the series. How does the lanthanide contraction affect transition metal? Makes 4D and 5D metal similar. Lanthanide contraction cause 4D and 5D transition metals to have similar ionic ready and properties. Which lanthanide is used in MRI contrast agents? Gadolinium complexes enhance MRI contrast due to their paramagnetic properties. What is the magnetic property of most lanthanides? Paramagnetic. Most lanthanide are paramagnetic due to unpair 4f electrons. What is the role of V2O5 in the contrast process? Catalyzed V2O5 catalyze the oxidation of SO2 to SO3 in sulfuric acid production. What is the structure of CrO4 2 minus tetrahedral? The chromate ion CrO4 2 minus has a tetrahedral structure with Cr in the plus 6 state. What is the color of MnO4 minus? The permanganate ion MnO4 minus is purple, a strong oxidizer with Mn in the plus 7 state. What is the primary use of TiCl4 titanium metal production? TiCl4 is used in the Kroll process to produce titanium metal. What is the nature of FeOH3 in soluble precipitate? Precipitate FeOH3 is a red brown gelatinous precipitate formed from Fe3 plus in basic solution. What is the color of Cu2O? Red. Cu2O is a red solid with Cu in the +1 state. Used as a pigment. What is the role of ZNO zinc oxide in sunscreen? Absorbed UV light. ZNO reflect and scatters UV light, protecting skin in sunscreens. What is the oxidation state of Mn in K2 MnO4 +6 in K2 MnO4 to Kr +2 4 4 OR -8. So Mn is +6 in the manganate ion MnO4 2 minus. What is the structure of NiCO4? Tetrahedral. NiCO4 is a tetrahedral complex with Ni in the zero oxidation state. Used in nickel purification. What happens to COCl2 in water? COCl2 forms a pink COS2O 6 2 plus, which can turn blue upon hydration or complexation. What is the use of Cr2O3 as a pigment? Green. Cr2O3 is used as a green pigment in paint and ceramics. What is the oxidation state of V in VO2 plus 5 in VO2 plus 2 oxygen are -4, so V is plus 5 to valence the +1 charge. What is the role of lanthanide in phosphors? Emit light. Lanthanides like EU and TB emit spectral lines in phosphors for displays and lamps. What is the nature of THO2 refractory? THO2 is a high melting refractory solid used in ceramics with TH in the +4 state. What is the use of UF6? UF6 is volatile and used in gas centrifugation for uranium isotope separation. Why are actinides radioactive? Large atomic numbers. Actinides have unstable nuclei due to high atomic number, leading to radioactive decay. What is the role of CEO2 in catalysis? Stores release oxygen. CEO2 switch between Ce +4 and Ce +3, adding oxygen stores in catalytic conversion. What is the solubility of LnF3 compounds in soluble lanthanide? Trifluoride. LnF3 are insoluble due to high lattice energy. What is the color of Fe2 plus in aqueous solution? Pale green. Pale green. Fe2 plus forms pale green FeS2O6 2 plus due to DD transition in its D configuration. What is the nature of CrO3? Acidic CrO3 dissolve to form chromic acid, a strong oxidizer with Cr in the +6 state. What is the use of MnSO4 fertilizer? MnSO4 is used in fertilizers to correct manganese deficiencies in soil. What complex does Ni2 plus form with ammonia? NiNH3 6 2 plus. Ni2 plus form a blue octahedral NiNH3 6 2 plus complex with ammonia. What is the color of CuSO4 5S2O? Blue. CuSO4 5S2O is blue due to the hydrated CuS2O6 2 plus ion. What is the oxidation state of scandium in scandium oxide? In H2O3, 3 oxygen are minus 6, so Sc is plus 3 to balance the charge. What is the color of V3 plus in aqueous solution? V3 plus forms green, V H2O6 3 plus due to DD transition in its DS configuration. What is the nature of CO3O4 mixed oxide? CO3O4 contains CO in plus 2 and plus 3 states used in catalyzed and pigments. What complex does Zn 2 plus form with ammonia? Zn NH3 for 2 plus, Zn 2 plus forms a colorless tetrahedral Zn NH3 for 2 plus complex with ammonia. What is the role of actinide in nuclear energy fuels? Actinides like U and Pu are used as a nuclear fuels due to their fissile properties. What is the color of LaCl3 in aqueous solution? Colorless. LaCl3 forms LaH2O 9 3 plus, which is colorless due to no FF transition. What is the color of MnO4 2 minus green? The manganese ion MnO4 2 minus is green with Mn in the plus 6 state stable in basic condition. What is the use of TiO2 in photocatalysis? Water isolating TiO2 is a catalyst in water isolating and pollutant degradation due to its band gap. What is the magnetic properties of Fe3O4 ferromagnetic? Fe3O4 ferromagnetic. Fe3O4 magnetite is ferromagnetic, used in magnetic applications. What happens to Cu plus in aqueous solution? Disproportionate. Cu plus disproportionates to Cu and Cu2 plus in water, but is stable in complexes like CuCl 2 minus. What is the role of CrO3 as an oxidizing agent? CrO3 with Cr in the plus 6 state is a strong oxidizing agent used in organic chemistry to oxidize alcohol to aldehydes or ketones. What is the nature of EU2 plus in aqueous solution? EU2 plus forms pale yellow or colorless solutions, is a strong reducing agent and resembles alkaline earth metal ion due to its plus 2 state. What is the significance of TH4 plus in actinide chemistry? TH4 plus is the most stable oxidation state of thorium, forming stable complexes and compounds like THO2 and TH4 plus F4. What is the behavior of FeCl2 in aqueous solution? FeCl2 dissolve in form pale green FeH2O6 2 plus, which is mildly reducing and can oxidize to Fe3 plus in air. What is the use of NiSO4 in industry? NiSO4 is used in electroplating to deposit nickel coating and as a precursor for catalyst and pigments. What is the nature of LnPO4 compound? Lanthanides, phosphates. LnPO4 like monazite are insoluble stable compound with the lanthanide in the plus 3 state. What is the behavior of VO2 plus in acidic solution? The vanadilyl ion VO2 plus is blue stable in acidic conditions and form complexes with ligands like oxalate. What is the role of lanthanides in glass manufacturing? Lanthanides like Ce and Nd are used in glass to absorb UV light. Ce or important color import color ND purple for optical application. What is the nature of PuO2? PuO2 is a yellow brown solid with Pu in the plus 4 state, used as a nuclear fuel in reactors and highly reactive. What is the behavior of TiCl3 in aqueous solution? TiCl3 forms violet TiS2O6 3 plus solutions, is a reducing agent and is used in titration to reduce Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus. What is the significance of UF4 in uranium processing? UF4 green salt is an intermediate in uranium enrichment converted to UF6 for isotope separation. What is the nature of Mn2O3? Mn2O3 is a black solid with Mn in the plus 3 state, less common than MnO2 and exhibit amphoteric properties. What is the role of Gd3 plus in neutron capture? Gd3 plus has a high neutron capture cross section, making it useful in nuclear reactors as a control rod material or neutron poisons. What is the behavior of CO3 plus in aqueous solution? CO3 plus is unstable in water, oxidizing H2O2 oxide, but form stable complexes like CONH3 3 plus. What is the use of ZnCl2 in organic synthesis? ZnCl2 acts as a Lewis acid catalyzed in reactions like the Fischer-Indol synthesis and Friedel-Crafts acylation. What is the nature of CeCl3? CeCl3 is a white hygroscopic solid with Ce in the plus 3 state, soluble in water, forming CeH2O9 3 plus. What is the significance of actinide contraction? Actinide contraction is the decreases in ionic radii across the actinide series due to pore sheltering by 5f electrons, affecting their chemistry. What is the fast transition series? The fast transition series consists of the element in the 3D block of the periodic table from scandium atomic number 21 to zinc Zn atomic number 30, scandium to zinc. What are the common oxidation state of scandium? Scandium primarily exhibit A plus 3 oxidation states as seen in compounds like scandium chloride, HCCl3 and HC2O3. What are the typical oxidation state of titanium? Ti. Titanium commonly shows plus 2, plus 3 and plus 4 oxidation states, with plus 4 being the most stable as in TiO2. What is the most stable oxidation state of vanadium? V. The plus 5 oxidation state is the most stable for vanadium as seen in compounds like V2O5. What oxidation state does chromium Cr exhibit? Chromium commonly exhibit plus 2, plus 3 and plus 6 oxidation state, with plus 3 being the most stable as in Cr2O3. What is the oxidation state of manganese Mn? Manganese shows a range of oxidation state +2 +3 +4 +6 and +7, with +2 and +7 being common in MnSO4 and KMnO4 respectively. What is the most common oxidation state of iron? Iron commonly exhibit +2 and +3 oxidation state, with +3 being more stable in compounds like Fe2O3. What oxidation state does cobalt show? Cobalt typically show +2 and +3 oxidation state, with +2 being more common in compound like COCl2. What are the oxidation state of nickel? Ni. Nickel primarily exhibit a +2 oxidation state as it NiSO4, though +3 and +4 are possible in rare cases. What is the common oxidation state of copper? Copper commonly shows +1 and +2 oxidation states, with +2 being more stable in aqueous solution as in CuSO4. What oxidation state does zinc exhibit? Zinc consistently exhibit a +2 oxidation state due to its fully filled 3d orbitals, as in ZnCl2. Why do transition metal exhibit multiple oxidation states? Transition metals have partially filled d orbitals, allow them to lose different number of electrons, leading to variable oxidation states. What is the aqueous chemistry of Ti3 plus? Ti3 plus forms violet colored aqueous solution, is mildly reducing and tends to hydrolyze, forming species like TiS2O63 plus. How does V4 plus behaves in aqueous solution? V4 plus exists as the vanadilyl ion VO2 plus in aqueous solutions, forming stable complexes like VOS2O5 2 plus. What is the nature of Cr3 plus in aqueous solution? Cr3 plus form stable octahedral complexes like CrS2O6 3 plus, which are kinetically inert due to the D3 configuration. What is the aqueous behavior of Mn2 plus? Mn2 plus form pale pink aqueous solutions, is relatively stable and forms complexes like MnS2O6 2 plus. How does Fe3 plus behaves in aqueous solution? Fe3 plus forms yellowish solutions, is prone to hydrolysis, forming FeS2O5 OS2 plus, and can precipitate as FeOS3. What is aqueous chemistry of CO2 plus? CO2 plus form pink octahedral complexes like COS2O6 2 plus, which can oxidize to CO3 plus under certain conditions. What is the behavior of CO2 plus in aqueous solutions? CO2 plus forms blue aqueous solutions, typically as CuS2O6 2 plus, and is stable but can form complexes with ligands like ammonia. Why is Zn2 plus colorless in aqueous solution? Zn2 plus has a fully filled D10 configuration, so it lacks DD electronic transition, resulting in colorless solutions. What is the general formula of transition metal oxides? Transition metal oxides often follow the formula MO, M2O3 or MO2, depending on the oxidation state of the metal. What is the nature of TiO2? TiO2 is a white insoluble solid used as a pigment with Ti in the +4 oxidation state and exhibit amphoteric properties. What is the chemical behavior of V2O5? V2O5 is an acidic oxide used as a catalyst and dissolve in water to form vanadate ion like VO4 3 minus. What is the nature of Cr2O3? Cr2O3 is a green insoluble solid with Cr in the plus 3 state, used as a pigment, and is amphoteric. What is MnO2 used for? MnO2 is a black solid used in batteries and as an oxidizing agent with Mn in the plus 4 oxidation state. What is the nature of Fe2O3? Fe2O3 is a red brown solid rust insoluble with Fe in the plus 3 state, and is weakly basic. What is the chemical behavior of COO? Cobalt oxide is a green solid with CO cobalt in the plus 2 state insoluble and exhibit basic properties. What is the nature of NiO2? NiO, nickel oxide is a green solid insoluble with nickel in the plus 2 state and is basic in nature. What is the behavior of copper oxide? Copper oxide is a black solid insoluble with copper in the plus 2 state and is basic, reacting with acids to form salt. What is the nature of zinc oxide? Zinc oxide is a white solid amphoteric with zinc in the plus 2 state, used in cosmetics and as a semiconductors. What are the transition metal halides? Transition metals halides are compounds like TiCl4, CrCl3, or FeCl3, formed by combining transition metals with halogens. What is the nature of TiCl4? TiCl4 is a colorless volatile liquid with Ti in the plus 4 state, highly reactive with water, forming TiO2 and ACl. What is the behavior of VCl3? VCl3 is a violet solid with vanadium in the plus 3 state, soluble in water and acts as a Lewis acid. What is the nature of CrCl3? CrCl3 is a green solid with Cr in the plus 3 state, sparingly soluble and forms hydrated complexes in water. What is the behavior of FeCl3? FeCl3 is a dark brown solid with Fe in the plus 3 state, highly soluble and hydrolyze in water to form acidic solution. What is the nature of COF2? COF2 is a pink solid with a CO in the plus 2 state, less reactive than chlorides and slightly soluble. What is the behavior of NiCl2? NiCl2 is a green solid with Ni nickel in the plus 2 state, soluble in water, forming NiS2O6 2 plus. What is the nature of CuCl2? CuCl2 is a blue-green solid with Cu in the plus 2 state, soluble and forms complexes in aqueous solution. What is the behavior of zinc chloride? Zinc chloride is a white solid with zinc in the plus 2 state, highly soluble and acts as a Lewis acid. What are lanthanides? Lanthanides are the 14 elements from lanthanum. 14 elements from lanthanum to lutetium in the A block, known for their similar chemical properties. What are actinides? Actinides are the 14 elements from actinium 89 to lawrencium Lr, 103, many of which are radioactive and synthetic. What is the common oxidation state of lanthanides? The most common oxidation state of lanthanides is plus 3. Plus 3 as seen in compounds like La2O3 and CeCl3, which lanthanide show oxidation states other than plus 3. Cerium plus 4, europium plus 2, yttrium plus 2 commonly show oxidation states other than plus 3. What is the common oxidation state of actinides? Actinides exhibit multiple oxidation states, but plus 3 is common. Plus 3 is common with uranium plus 6, thorium plus 4 being notable exceptions. How are lanthanide typically found in nature? Lanthanides are found in minerals like mongite and best nicete, often as phosphatase and carbonates, often as phosphatase and carbonates. However, actinides are typically found. Actinides like uranium and thorium occurs in metals like uranitic and thorium. Other are synthetic. What is the primary method for isolating lanthanides? Lanthanides are isolated using ion exchange chromatography or solvent extraction due to their similar chemical properties. However, uranium is isolated from its uranium is extracted from uranitide via leaching with sulfuric acid, followed by ion exchange or solvent extraction. What is the nature of lanthanide oxide? Lanthanide oxide like La2O3 are basic in soluble solids with the metal in the plus 3 state. What is the behavior of CO2? CO2 is the pale yellow solid with Ce in the plus 4 state used as a catalyst and in ceramics. What are lanthanide hydroxide? What are lanthanide hydroxide? Lanthanide hydroxide like LNOH3 are gelatinous basic precipitates form by reacting lanthanides ion with OH ion. What is the nature of actinide oxide? Actinide oxide like UO2 and THO2 vary in properties. UO2 is used in nuclear fuel and THO2 is refractory. What is the behavior of UO2 2 plus in aqueous solution? The uranyl ion UO2 2 plus is stable, forms yellow solutions and complexes with ligands like carbonate. What are aqua ion of lanthanides? Lanthanides aqua ion like LnH2O 9 3 plus are highly hydrated, stable in aqueous solution and typically colorless. What are oxo salt of actinides? Oxo salt like UO2NO3 to contain oxocation, example UO2 2 plus, and are important in actinide chemistry. Why are lanthanide called rare earth elements? Lanthanide are called rare earth due to their initial discovery in rare minerals and difficulty in separation. What is the lanthanide contraction? The lanthanide contraction is the gradual decreases in ionic rarity across the lanthanide series due to poor shielding by 4f electrons. How does a lanthanide contraction affect a transition metal? It causes the ionic rarity of the second and third transition series to be similar, affecting their chemical properties. What is the magnetic behavior of lanthanides? Lanthanides are paramagnetic due to unpaired 4f electrons except for La, Lu and Yb in certain states. What is the magnetic behavior of lanthanides? Lanthanides are paramagnetic. Due to unpaired 4f electrons except for LaLu and YV in a certain state. What is the magnetic state of actinides? Actinides are used in paramagnetic, but 4f electrons contribute to more complex magnetic properties than lanthanides. What is the color of Ce4 plus in aqueous solution? Ce4 plus forms a yellow orange solution often as CeS2O 4 plus or oxo species. Why are lanthanide ion mostly colorless? Lanthanide ion are colorless because 4f transition are Laporte forbidden, resulting in the weak absorption. What is the role of V2O5 in the contact process? V2O5 acts as a catalyst in the oxidation of SO2 to SO3 in the contact process for sulfuric acid production. What is the structure of CrO 4 2 minus the chromate ion? The chromate ion CrO 4 2 minus has a tetrahedral structure with Cr in the plus 6 oxidation state. What is the nature of MnO4 minus? The permanganate ion MnO4 minus is a strong oxidizing agent, purple in color, with manganese in the plus 7 state. What is the use of TiCl4 in industry? TiCl4 is used to produce TiO2 pigment and in the Kroll process to produce titanium metal. What is the nature of FeOH3? FeOH3 is a red brown gelatinous precipitate insoluble with Fe in the plus 3 state. What is the behavior of Cu2O? Cu2O is a red solid with Cu in the plus 1 state, insoluble and used as a pigment of fungicides. What is the role of zinc oxide in sunscreen? Zinc oxide reflects the scatters UV light, providing protection in sunscreen and is non-toxic. What is the oxidation state of Mn in K2MnO4 in K2MnO4? Manganese is in the plus 6 oxidation state as in the manganate ion MnO4 2 minus. What is the nature of NiCO4? NiCO4 is a volatile tetrahedral complex with Ni in the oxygen in the zero oxidation state, used in nickel purification. What is the behavior of COCl2 in water? COCl2 dissolve to form pink COS2O6 2 plus which can turn blue upon dehydration, or complexation. What is the use of Cr2O3 as a pigment? Cr2O3 is used as a green pigment in paint, ceramics and glass due to its stability and color. What is the nature of VO2 plus? VO2 plus is the dioxovanadium ion with vanadium in the plus 5 state, stable in acidic aqueous solution. What is the role of lanthanide in phosphorus? Lanthanides like EU plus TB, UU and plus TB used in phosphors for fluorescence lamps and displays due to their sharp emission spectra. What is the behavior of THO2? THO2 is a white refractory solid with TS in the plus 4 state, used in high temperature ceramics. What is the nature of UF6? UF6 is a volatile white solid with U in the plus 6 state, used in uranium enrichment for a nuclear fuel, where actinium, radioactive actinium, have must have unstable nuclei due to their large atomic numbers, leading to radioactive decay. What is the role of CO2 in a catalysis? CO2 is used in catalytic converters due to its ability to store and release oxygen via plus 4 Ce plus 3 redox. What is the nature of LNF3 compounds? Lanthanide trifluorides LNF3 are in a soluble high melting solid with the metal in the plus 3 state. What is the behavior of Fe2 plus in aqueous solution? Fe2 plus forms pale green solution as FeS2O 6S2 is mildly reducing and oxidized to Fe3 plus in air. What is the nature of CrO3? CrO3 is a red acidic oxide with Cr in the plus 6 state, highly reactive and a strong oxidizer. What is the use of MnSO4? MnSO4 is used in fertilizer as a precursor for other manganese compounds and in electrochemical cells. What is the behavior of Ni2 plus in ammonia? Ni2 plus forms a blue NH3 6 2 plus complex is ammonia solution replacing water ligands. What is the nature of CuSO4? CuSO4 is a blue solid with Cu in the plus 2 state, soluble and forms hydrated CuSO4 5S2O. What is the role of lanthanides in MRI? Gadolinium GD complexes are used as contrast agent in MRI due to their paramagnetic properties. What is the nature of SC2O3? SC2O3 is a white in a soluble solid with scandium in the plus 3 state. Plus 3 state and is amphoteric. What is the behavior of vanadium 3 plus in aqueous solution? Vanadium 3 plus forms a green aqueous solution, is moderately stable and forms complexes like VS2O6 3 plus. What is the use of UO2 in nuclear reactors? UO2 is used as a nuclear fuel in reactors due to its stability and high uranium content. What is the nature of CO3O4? CO3O4 is a black solid, a mixed oxide with CO in plus 2 and plus 3 states, used in catalyst and pigments. What is the behavior of zinc 2 plus with zinc 2 plus with ammonia? Zinc 2 plus forms Zn NH3 4 2 plus in ammonia, a colorless tetrahedral complex. What is the role of actinides in nuclear energy? Actinides like uranium and Pu are used as fuel in nuclear reactors due to their fissile properties. What is the nature of LaCl3? LaCl3 is a white hygroscopic solid with La in the plus 3 states, soluble in water. What is the behavior of MnO4 2 minus the manganate ion? MnO4 2 minus is green with Mn in the plus 6 state and is stable in basic conditions. What is the use of TiO2 in Catalysis at TiO2 is used as a photocatalyst in water splitting and pollutant degradation due to its bend-up properties. What is the nature of Fe3O4? Fe3O4 is a black magnetic oxide magnetite with Fe in plus 2 and plus 3 states used in magnetic application. What is the behavior of Cu plus? Cu plus is unstable in aqueous solution. It is proportionating to Cu and Cu2 plus, but stable in complexes like CuCl, CuCl2 minus.